Hi and welcome to C# tutorial of a QR code generator. And here I've just generated Captain Paul and I'm yet to save it, so this is where I intend to save my generated QR code. So I'm going to click on save and there we go. The system is telling me it is saved in the directory. That is it right there. So let's view it. That is it right there. If you want, I can double click on it and that's it. And let's reset and just enter something else in there. So let's assume I enter my old college in Malachi's. College in. Alright, so let's generate that very code. There we go. And we can save that as well. Click on that. That is it right there, saved in my directory. So the whole purpose of this directory is you can always click on it and just drop that down, print it out if you want to print. I don't have any printer on my system, so that's fine. So I'm going to reset, exit out, and let's start a new program entirely. So I'm going to come in here. I'm using Visual Studio 2022, and let's click on create new project. And right here in the on the template, I'm going to select C#. Click on C# and let's click on next. Give our product a name. I'm going to call it CS_QR code and underscore YT. And I'm going to click on create there. And there we go. My form is now ready. Drag that much, something like that. Yeah, that will do. So I now need a couple of components. I need a button. I'm going to need 4 of those. I've double click on that and that's the button right there. I need labels. So let's grab hold of a label. It's one label here. Hold on to the control, click and drag. And I need text box and a picture frame. That's my picture frame right there. Now I need a text box. There we have a text box. Alright. Now the picture frame, I'm just going to drag it that much to give me, yeah, that would do something like that. That's my picture frame, and here I have my buttons. So this very button, drag it down, and let's change the font size of this button and yeah, all of this component here. Change the font size. Make sure they are all selected. Let's change the font size to something much more readable. I'm going to make maybe, let's make it 30. Bold. There. That is fine. And this very one up here, I'm going to change that to maybe 60. There. That is fine. So the next thing is this very one that is 60. Let's change the data on it to QR code generator or QR code tutorial. Generator tutorial. Something like that. There. Just drag it that much. That's fine. Yeah. And this button here, I'm going to change the data on it to, so maybe generate QR code. We could just copy that here. There we go. So that will generate QR code. There we go. That's it right there. Hold on to the control, click and drag. We have 2. There we go again. And here that's going to be for save. And the name of that button will become BTN Save. This is going to be, this one will be BTN QR code. And here that would be BTN reset. That is the name. The text on it is going to be reset. There we go. And this is going to be exit. And change the name to exit. BTN exit. There. Right. Okay, the text box, I'm going to change that to TXT, enter QR code. And this one is just to display. So I'm going to come in here and just say enter QR code data. Okay, something like that. That's fine. All right, that is fine. Okay, that's looking good. Now, you see this photo or picture box. I'm going to change the name of the picture box to pick QR code. QR code. There we go. So I believe they all have their own names now. All right, that's good. And we can underline these if we want. So I'm going to go straight to the font and let's select underline. There. Okay, now double click on the form and we need to import some libraries. Let's go back in here. Okay, we can do that here as well. So let's go straight to the project here before we start. So right here, you go to the project on the menu here and you select manage NuGet package. Okay, click on that. Once you click on that, go straight to browse. Inside browse here, once browse is selected, let's enter QR code, QR coder. Yeah, there it is. Now QR code coder library is selected. So I'm going to click on that very component and come right here, get it installed straight onto my system. Now it's now installing. You can see all of the feedback. So hopefully there shouldn't be any error. Okay, it's successful. Look at it, successfully installed. That is fine. So let's go back to my form. Double click on the form. You see right here where we have the using system and so on. I'm going to now enter using QR code. So let's come back in here, press enter and say using QR code. There we go. That is it right there. I saw it now. QR code. Double click on that. There. And I'm also going to just say using system input and output. Dot input and output. There. That is that taken care of. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come right underneath my class here. You see where we have public partial class here. So I'm going to then import the following objects. Let's say QR code generator. That is it right there. And that is going to be equals maybe QR generator, something like that. So the name will be QR generator. And that's going to be equals new QR code generator, parentheses and semicolon. That is that taken care of. Now let's take care of that of the button. Okay, since I've created my object, so I'm going to go straight into my button. The QR code generator is 701. Double click on that and right in there, the first thing I want to do now is let's say string data, and this string data will take in whatever value we have inside txt, enter code QR data and dot text dot string. There. Enter parenthesis. Now that that is done, let's use an if statement to check if there's any value in there. If string is empty, okay, I'm going to accept that. That's good. That makes life easy for me. If it's empty, then I expect a message box to display. Message box dot show, and I'm just going to say, please enter some data. Okay, and comma, that would be error. So let's say error in there. That is the title. Comma, I'm going to use message box. Okay, that's the right there. And message box error. So let's just accept that. There, the system has helped me out. That is very good. Now the next thing is, since we've informed the system that it's empty, then let's ask it to return. Accept that as well. Nice. However, if we have data in there, you expect this QR code. Let's come in here, just a QR code generator. Yeah, this one here. It's QR code generator is QR code generator, and that's new. Okay, I'm going to kind of like accept this and get rid of this. I don't want it twice, so get rid of this one. Now, that is the name of mine, or that is the instance. So I'm going to say QR code data. That will be equals QR code data. Just use lowercase for that. QR code data, and that's going to be equals new QR code data. No, it's going to be equals new QR code generator. QR code generator. Okay, dot, and I want to ask it to create all code. Create all code. Get rid of this. Now this was meant to be QR code, not that one. Copy and change it around. It's going to be equals new QR code. QR generator dot create all code data, comma, QR code generator dot ECCL dot L. There. Let's enter semicolon there. Right, get rid of this new. That new should be there. Okay, the error is gone. Now the next thing is I'm going to create another object here, and this one I'm just going to call it QR code. Or this object is called QR code, and this QR code is going to be, that's the instant name in lowercase, QR code. That is going to be equals new QR code, and this new code takes in the following. There we go. Now that is going to be used to draw this QR code, so I'm going to just call that QR code image. QR code image. That will be equals QR code dot get the graphics, and the parentheses, that'll be about 10. Nice. Now that that is done, let's print out the QR code. I'm just going to say picture QR code. Just accept that. That's very good. Picture QR code dot image equals QR code image. Brilliant. So that's taken care of. But one thing is, if I run it now, if you print a QR code and it will align left. So let's run it and you see what I'm talking about. So let's see, paste whatever I've copied in there, and there we go. Look at it, align left. Even this is align left. I would like this to be centered and this one centered. So first of all, let's take care of this now. I'm going to add a picture box. Let's say picture box dot size mode, that is equals picture box. I want it to be picture box size mode dot center image. Enter semicolon. Okay, so let's run it, and I'm going to enter whatever in here and click. There we go. Look at the dead center now. Now let's get the text here centered as well. Coming to the properties, right down here, look at it, align, make that center. So if I run it now, okay, enter whatever data in there, that's it. Now let's take care of the save. So I'm going to copy everything that we have in here up to here and paste it right in here. But one more thing that I'm going to do for the save is I'm going to create a variable, and I'll call that variable, let's say private. Paste that in there. Private, that's going to be an integer, and it's going to be QR code counter. That is to count how many QR code we have in that folder. That is it right there. Okay, now that that is taken care of, anytime a QR code is generated, we now want to count it. We want to count that. So now let's take care of this. I'm going to grab hold of this. I'm just going to say plus equals 1, or plus come right down here and paste, make that plus. However, we need where we're going to save our images generated. So let me go straight into the folder wherever the program is. That one is called CS QR code YT. So let's look for CS QR code YT inside my folder here. That's CS QR code YT. There we go, that is it. And I'm going to right click and just create an empty frame in there. I'll just call it, let's say, QR code image, yeah, YT. QR code image YT. That is the folder that I'm going to be using. Okay, you see that very folder now? I'm going to right click on it and let's select the path. I've copied the path now, that's fine. So now let's come right underneath here. I'm going to do that. Right underneath here, I am now going to say string, and I'll call that save path, and that is going to be equals, enter the $sign at the following location. Okay, if you guys can still remember the part that I copied. Now I'm going to put a backslash in there so that I can just give it a name. Whatever name I'm going to call it, I can just call it QR image. Let's say QR img copy. Okay. Underscore, and that is because I want you to loop. I'm going to grab hold of the variable that I declare called QR code counter, grab hold of the counter, and I'll put an underscore there and paste the counter right in a curly braces, and I'll then say dot png and end it with a semicolon. That's it. So I'm going to just break it into another line so that you guys can see it properly. I guess you can see that. Yeah, that's it. You can see that now. Okay, this is my part, and that's where I'm going to save my QR code. Now that that is done, the choice is yours if you want a message box to display. Okay, but since that is done now, we now want the QR code image, this very one. QR code image. Paste that there. Dot save. And what are we saving? The path. Save data straight onto the path. End that. Okay, and maybe a message box to say, well, you've just saved something. Grab all of this message and paste it here. And in here, let's just say successful. Success, we can say QR code saved. QR code saved. Right, and here we can just change this to information.info, just telling the user what's going on. That's it. Done. And we already have the variable. Okay then, so that's fine. So I'm going to try this out as well. Let's say do I run and enter something in there. Let's just say okay. Let's say Kemi Brown and generate. Now let's go to the location where I've just created. That's the location. That's it right there. As you can see, the area is empty. And if I click on save, right, there we go. Look at that. My QR code is generated. Look at that. Okay, let's say we want to enter another one. So let's enter Peter Mo. There, generate. Print that out. Look at it right there as well. Okay, let me enter something else. I'm going to enter maybe my name. I want you guys to see this. Let's enter my name in there. Claire. Oh, Claire is not working yet. But let's enter my name. Paul Owen. It's actually Captain Paul Owen. Yep. Generates and yes, that's it right there. You see that? So that's the whole idea of the variable that we increment. Okay, that's fine. So now let's take care of the clear or the reset. Double click on reset, paste that in there. That will be equals nothing. Then the next one is picture box dot image, and that's going to be nothing. That's it, done. Run. Enter whatever. Generate. Clear. That's good. Now the next thing is select this form. Let me get it centered. Form, bring it down here. Yeah, centered. So that's fine. Now exit. For the exit, you can just say application.exit, or you can, if you want it to be a little bit more professional, we can use dialog results. So let's say dialog results. So accept. Let me accept that, and I can just enter my message in there. Dialog result. That will be equals. I'm going to change this to exit. I exit equals. So all of the message, I'm going to grab all of this message instead of reinventing the wheel. Paste that message there. And let's go to the next line, but before then, this will be exit. And this one is maybe confirm if you want to exit. Okay, that is argument 1, argument 2, argument 3, argument 4. Argument 3, I'm going to change that to dot yes or no. And argument 4, instead of information, dot question. There. And we'll then use an if statement. If dialog result equals yes, then all you just need to say is, I have seen this used before. In fact, I've used it before. Close. Or you can always say application dot exit. The choice is yours, any of those two, but I'm going to use just one. Okay, I'm going to use close. So that is it. So I'm going to run it now. No, I don't want to exit. Yes, I do want to exit, so it's working. So let's say you decide to use application exit. You see, it works the same way. Enter something in there. Generate QR code. Exit. No, let's clear it first. Clear. Exit. Yes. Okay, you see that? It works exactly the same way. So with that, guys, I'm going to call it the end of this beautiful tutorial of how to generate a QR code in C# or using C#. Double click on this, and here are the lines of code that officially generate the QR code. Look at it. You see how small that is? But you must make sure you import the library first before any other thing. Okay, that is the line of code. Okay, that generate that. Then the next one is the save button. Let's bring this down so that you can see that. The next one is the save button that save it to whatever directory that you select. Okay, that is my own selected directory in there. And here reset and exit. So with that, guys, I'm gonna call it the end of this beautiful tutorial. I suppose you guys enjoyed, and please do subscribe to my channel, and you can also join to become a member of the channel. And thanks for watching, guys. You all have a nice day now, and bye for now.